Welcome back, everybody, to COC STV. Children of Change, Stop the Violence.
Yes, sir.
My name is Marcus.
And I definitely am Paul. Nice to see you guys again.
Always good to see everybody again. On this episode of Fed Up, today, I was thinking about something that there is a solution out there, but a lot of us, specifically politicians, government, aren't open enough to do it. What I'm talking about is street racing. Down in South Florida, the racing scene is really big, in my opinion. It's a really big pastime that a lot of people can enjoy year-round. Because of our weather and because we're blessed with, majority of the time, pretty smooth roads, a lot of people can enjoy life with their cars, either making them look nice, modifying them performance-wise, and really just enjoying that pastime, that art and
Yes,
stuff.
indeed.
A couple of years ago, there used to be a number of different drag strips, raceways, where people could go out there and really open up their cars, like a place where you could speed legally, a place where you could join other car enthusiasts, relax, and enjoy a great time, either talking about your car, speeds, times, and just enjoying a great time.
Good old days.
Yeah, the good old days. These days, with takeovers and car culture is becoming more and more in the news, there's been a more negative context in regards to racing, street racing, and modified car culture. To a point where our governor and other politicians are trying to pass laws in order to either, if you have any car that makes too loud of a sound, then they can pull you over, or if your car looks suspicious, then they can take it, or abundance of different reasons where they can use their power against those that aren't necessarily doing anything wrong. Yes, I understand. There's a number of people out there that take the car scene a little too far. What I mean is takeovers. Takeovers, if you aren't aware of, is when randomly, usually young adolescents, but there's been a number of different people, will show up at different intersections, shut it down for who knows how long, and do a whole bunch of different, crazy stunts, either burnouts, rollbacks, crashing into each other's cars, hitting either people. But it's typically very temporary, but it causes so much commotion that sometimes it will cause other accidents, other people will get hurt, damages, and it's more headache than fun. And I don't agree with takeovers either. For car cultures, for people that want to enjoy cars, let's go to a spot that's safe. Don't cause any crazy thing going on, and just really relax, enjoy, and talk about stuff. A solution that I suggest in order to take that headache away from everybody is, let's reopen the raceways, the drag strips. There used to be one up at Palm Beach years ago that I used to go to for car shows and car events, and it closed down for I don't know what reason. The next available raceway in South Florida is in Homestead. Not a lot of people have the money or the time to be able to drive all the way down there or spend who knows how much for entrance fee. And then for the most part, Homestead Raceway is not open all the time for people to go in and use, either race around the track or race other people, regardless of what it might be. A nice outlet, I would say, that could appease a lot of the car enthusiasts out there, but also take all that craziness out the street, is to reopen these drag strips, these raceways, where a lot of people with these fast cars, these modified cars, can go and really open them up and really utilize them legally and not put anybody else at risk or not put anybody else in danger. It's just so dumb and so infuriating that a solution like that that's available, that can also bring in a lot of revenue for the state, is thrown aside, and they'd rather villainize all car enthusiasts or anybody that has a fast or modified car than instead of finding a way in order to let them enjoy their time while also not putting people at risk. That's what I'm fed up about.
Man, listen, you forgot to kind of add a couple of things in there.
Yeah.
We spoke about this before the show begun. Bro, I'm telling you, I think this is a freaking amazing idea that if someone was to open, maybe not here directly in South Florida, maybe a little bit further up north, a little much west, with some land, where you can lay down literally a racetrack. Have people come out to do what they do anyway. I mean, they're going to do it. Not only should you be able to have just cars, why not the four-wheelers? These guys take over streets every day. The four-wheelers, the motorcycles, have certain times of the day they can come out and just go wild. Why not?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If they're doing it anyway, let's get them off the streets. Let's get them from hurting themselves, hurting other people. Give them a place to come out to release the energy.
Yep.
Because let's be realistic. Racing, speed, it's like a drug. It's the euphoria that you feel when you step on that gas and you pass the next man. You know what I'm saying? But now, guys like that are out there hyping up their cars, putting speed onto their cars, decorating their cars. Man, give them a place to go.
Yep.
But see, you know why the city wouldn't do it? The state wouldn't do it? Because you would take away too much damn revenue.
Yep.
How much money they collect off these poor guys.
All them tickets, all them speeding tickets.
All the cars they take.
Yep. All the repos. Hey, let's just try to enjoy our cars responsibly.
There you go. You heard that from Marcus, who's a car enthusiast himself. Let's give a little shout out to our social media, where you can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook. Look us up, guys. We definitely appreciate you following us, you subscribing, and you clicking that like button, most important of all. Now to my fiddle. Guys, I have to tell you, I don't know if it's funny, hilarious, angry. It's just a whole bunch of different feelings in that. I went to a school board meeting last night. For the very first time, I have family that's getting involved into politics. It was supposed to be like a 2.5 hour meeting, school board meeting. Turned into 5.5 hours, and I left at 10 o'clock. It's 5 hours. It started at 5, ended at 10. It hadn't even ended. Bro, but I listened to these politicians go back and forth. You had the guys who were there for real for their communities, who wanted to help. They were talking about closing schools. Anyone who's following the news, anyone that's been watching what's going on in Broward County schools, know that they're attempting to close 8 to 10 different schools. Their reasoning is budgets, underserved, there's not enough students. They figure closing these schools, they're going to bring kids back. My question is, first of all, how are you going to get a parent to bring a child back to a public school that they left for a dozen reasons? Most parents take their kids out of public school. One, bullying. Key of all. Education is not being taught the correct way. The teachers can't teach because they're so interrupted by other kids just interrupting the classroom. So you want to take your child out of this atmosphere and put them into something that's better. Charter schools, private schools have been found to be a little bit better. In this meeting, they try to say charter school, private schools, or they're not doing what they're supposed to do. I can't say. I haven't done enough research to put my 2 cents into that. But what I know from public schools, as a parent, when you take your child out of these public schools, I have no plans, no ideas of turning around. All they kept talking about how an increase of bringing these children back to public school. But they gave no indication of how. We're just going to entice them by building, remodeling, fixing up older schools. Now, the ones that they're saying, now these let's just get this straight. These A1 schools, we know which ones those are: Parkland, Diller, Nova, A1 schools. They're at 100% capacity. Now, they want to take kids that are in underserved schools, which we know they come from, black and brown neighborhoods, okay? Poor, underserved communities. They want to close those down because they feel like, oh, you know, we can take them, put them somewhere else. But now you're going to take these children out of their community. Now you got to bus them to this new school. That's the first inconvenience for this child. Now you got them going into a school that's already at 100% capacity. So now you're going to take these kids, put it into a school that's now going to increase to 125, 150. The average I was reading is a 23 students to one teacher. So now if you bring in all these children in from other schools that you're closing, what's going to happen? 25, 30 to 1? Come on, bro. It's like, how can a teacher teach if you got 30 students in your class? You're not, all of them are not going to be A1 kids. They go, yes, ma'am, I'm listening to everything you say. Yes, I understand. No, we know you. We always have the problem kids. We always have the bullies and the little pains in the ass and the ones that want to act up and carry on. So if you got 3 out of 30, how can she teach the other 27? How can she help these children to learn? So someone needs to stop and readjust this, rethink this, because I was doing research. Our state lottery, the Florida lottery, all the rest of them, Powerball, Mega, donate $1 billion a year to the school board, to school education. So where's this money going? We need to find out who holds those purse strings. Why is the school being shortchanged? They said that we're the 40th in the nation under budget for our school system. We're not paying for our children to learn.
You're exactly right. Like, why? Where's this money going? How come it's not going to the actual schools that really do need the money? How come it's being directed to schools that shown that they don't need the money, or the students show that they don't necessarily need the money because they have everything that they need at the moment?
Yes, sir.
And really use our brains, use the education, use the certifications, use everything that we learned in school to find the solutions and fix the solutions that we see in the schools. That's what I'll say.
You're absolutely right, sir. I mean, it's got to be fixed.